Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today I have the Custom Knife Factory FIF20 here with me in a full dress for a review. And as usual, we're going to analyze the look, the sound, and the feel. But first of all, let's check the measurement. This is average size knife, I would say. Overall length of 7.75 inches. The handle is 4.25 inch long. So not too big, but not too small. For example, this is Ontario Rat number 1. As you can see, big boy right over here, and this is Ontario Rat number 2. So right in between these two guys, pretty popular over here. Again, another big boy, Spyderco Paramilitary 2, bigger handle, but shorter blade. So this guy wins in handle to blade ratio. And here you have the Spyderco Para 3. As you can see, like the handle is the exact same length, but the blade is shorter, of course. Next up, we have something also from Custom Knife Factory. This is the Snafu 2.0, designed by Peter Rassenti. Big boy right over here. Beautiful integral knife. And we have another Russian over here, just to show you the size. This is a little bit smaller than that. This is the Shirogorov F95R and L. It's something more along the size of the FIF is the Holt Bladeworks Spectre right over here, which is comparable inside. So beautiful blade right there. Classic over here. This is a Chris Reeve Knives large Sebenza 21, and I wanted to show you about against something a little bit smaller. This is the Koenig Knives Mini Goblin right there, and also since we have it here, yeah, why not? This is the Koenig Knives Arius. So again, in between the two offerings from Koenigs. And since we have it here, this is a new addition. This is the Reiki Knives Thule. Beautiful knife, huge blade, of course, and that's it. So basically, this is what I have to show you up against. So guys, this is the Custom Knife Factory FIF20, designed by Philippe Georget. Really cool full dress edition. This is made in Russia. There's I think around 50 made overall, so it's going to be a limited edition. Not a cheap one. Is $12.70 US dollar if you want to acquire this guy. It is an actually good knife overall, beautiful look. I mean, it's pretty nicely designed, I have to say. The scales are carbon fiber. You can see just maybe if you check, you can see that there are some small voids, just a little bit. So they're there. That's very minimal. And then you have Damascus bolsters right over here with my fingerprints on it. So let's just clean this out. But look at this. I mean, how cool is that? It's pretty cool. Look at this. Very nice blue and red and orange purple. I mean, it's a really cool looking bolsters for sure. You have an overall design when closed. It's pretty sleek. Like you have this scales tapering down, nicely shaped right here at the heel. You have a beautiful zirconium back spacer, which is indented over here to give this 3D-ness. I don't know, of the back spacer, and converges into the tip right over here at this point. So beautifully designed. Also, like the fit and finish is it's pretty good, guys. These are 100% flush. You don't feel, you feel maybe a little bit here, a little bit of not a step because it's rounded off at the edge, but you feel that this bolster on this side is a tiny bit higher, sits a little bit higher than this one, which is completely flush. But this is just maybe this sample over here. And then you have some nice overall balanced look. The proportions are really, really good, guys. I like this finger groove over here. You have a scalloped area here for your thumb to access the lock bar right over there. And of course, there's no lanyard hole going on, only the backspacer just closing and giving some rigidity to the structure. You have a very small amount of inner chamfering going on. The liners are also internally skeletonized, so there's some inner milling going on, which is a very, very cool thing. Also, you have here a lock face insert, which is stainless steel, and you see the screw right over there, and you have a cutout right here in the bolster, so when you disengage the lock bar, that screw just has a milled out pocket right inside of the bolsters, which of course is going to act as a lock bar stabilizer, so you cannot overextend the lock bar into this direction for sure. You have a very, very straightforward disassembly procedure here, because you have basically T8 and T6 Torx bit screws to unscrew, and then you have another couple of screws underneath these carbon fiber scales to disassemble the liner. So very, very straightforward, guys. If you want to disassemble, maintain and clean it up, not a big deal. Also, I like how the screws are flush and not protruding with from the scale, so they give like a pretty clean look. And also the pivot is absolutely flush, so nice job right there. The pocket clip is zirconium, very, very nice, matches the backspacer, has a milled out area in the center, and the sides are tapering down, you see? Like here, it widens and then shrinks up to the tip. It's nicely designed. You have a nice clip ramp. The spring tension is the right amount actually, so I like it. You have these two screws which are of different length because of the angle with which is milled out the pocket clip, so very, very interesting. And of course, tip-up carry only. It's not reversible, it's not ambidextrous. This is just for right-handed people. I mean, you can still pull it off. Like, I'm not lefty, but you can still do this. But what it's really, really nice about this guy is the blade. I mean, come on. How cool is this? Just check the spine of this blade. Just check the detail going on over here. So you see the layers of this steel like welded together to give this pattern like crazy beautiful. Like these are almost like elongated drops, and they, because of the full flat grind going on, you see the actual like pattern changing as the edge thins down to the edge actually. Really, really cool. Look at this. So this is a 3.5 inch long blade. It has a beautiful crowning going on over here, and with something that looks like a very, very thin wedge reaching the tip. Beautiful, beautiful drop point shape. You have 30% belly and straight edge up to the sharpening choil right over there. And if you check it, it's pretty thin if you ask me. So it's gonna be an incredible slicer, this one, guys. Really, really nice. I like how they place the logo in a subtle way right over here with this inside of this cutout of the bolster, so it's not too obtrusive, and you have Custom Knife Factory logo right over here in the back. So very, very subtle placement, which is also visible right over here and right over here, but it's not obtrusive. It doesn't distract anything or takes away anything from the design, I think. You have a very, very nice and subtle plunge grind over here. It's almost invisible. It's because it's very subtle and with a pretty long angle. So really, really cool job. The sound this guy makes when you open, it's a deep cluck. When you close it, is a nice clink. deep cluck, and high pitch clink. But very, very mellow and subtle when you close it. When you open it, it's not loud. When you close it, it's very, very unobtrusive and discreet. Beautiful sounding knife, guys. I like it. Very, very nice opening and closing. So also the weight of this guy is going to be 4.3 ounces, so not too bad. I mean, right? It's all right. And you're gonna have this handle, which is gonna give you a pretty cool feeling when you squeeze it, because you have this area here, as you can see, the this edge of the tang of the blade. Sorry, it's nicely flush with this area here in the bolster, which is your finger groove. So basically you're gonna have your fingers resting over here, like in this position, and this is like actually comfortable. There's a little bit amount of jimping, which I find it a little bit too recessed. I would have preferred like this maybe to reach like this area. So because the natural position would be this. And actually, so the jimping is just, you see, like there. And I would have preferred maybe to go a little bit further down over here in order to give me a little bit more grip. But overall, the knife feels pretty good in the hand. There's no sharp edges, even if this would, like, I would assume differently, but actually, no, it doesn't. It feels really good, feels solid. The handle is a little bit too short to do the choke up, but it works. Like, I mean, you can still do it. You have a little bit of finger guard going on over there, but it feels like pretty solidly built, even if the weight is not substantial. But the overall feel is like pretty solid. It's good. It feels nice in the hand. The texturing, it's nice because you have some carbon fiber going on, which is a little bit rough. I mean, not rough, it's smooth, but it's less smooth than the polished mokutai of the bolsters. So overall fit and finish, really good, except for one little thing that threw me off a little bit, because the blade is not centered. So it's like 55, 45, something like that, is favoring a little bit the lock side. I tried to disassemble this one and switch the bearings. Nothing happened, and I mean, there's no blade plate, super solid. If you want it centered, you're gonna have to introduce a little bit of blade play, which I'm not okay with. So that was, I wasn't pleasantly surprised, because this is not a cheap knife, guys. It's $12.70, and this shouldn't be here. But I found that this is an issue that was also present in some other FIF20 that I examined, but I like this one so much that I said, okay, let's see if my OCD won't be bugged that much. So we'll see if this is gonna stick in the collection. But overall, I mean, it's a very, very easy to deploy knife. The front flip factor is super fidgety, super nice, zero finger sore, because it's so easy. You can do like two hands deployment like that, no problem whatsoever. Absolutely smooth. It runs on bearings. And look at this. I mean, it glides down in a beautiful way, and there's no blade play whatsoever. So really, really good action over here. The detent strength is a little bit on the medium light side. There's no way you're going to be able to touch the tip of the blade, and not even in the back right over here. So it's nicely and nicely protected. And there's when you shake it, no rattling, so it means it's well built. But also, like the lock bar is pretty easy to release and to unlock, to disengage in order for the blade to just go back into the closed position. You have no detent ball ramp, actually, so you feel a little bit of hard step going on right here, but it's nothing too crazy, because it's the angle is it's pretty good. So you're gonna be able to do something like that. So basically, as soon as you disengage the lock bar, this is free falling, and as soon as you put the knife in the vertical position, the blade is gonna close. So it's a very, very good action overall. Very nice, very fun, very fidgety. And Overall, I mean, it's a gorgeous knife. Like, look at this. Proportions, the design, it looks great. The feel in the hand is fantastic. It's the sound also is pretty good. The only thing that threw me off, it was the blade not centered, but hey, this is life. You can't have anything perfect. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.